Wagwan YouTube. We're back with another video, and today it's a Sunday, so it's basically like my reset day and getting ready for the week ahead. And today there's a Spurs match, big game. We play Aston Villa, so I'm not going to that match today. It's like raining, it's wet, it's typical London weather. But I will be watching it from the apartment today, or the flat today. And yeah, that's on today's agenda. And let's see, I guess today we're going to cover some life updates. We're going to take you on a photo shoot, behind the scenes, basically, a little vlog style stuff. And yeah, basically I'm just going to catch you up on life and how everything has been. So, that's how it is. All right, I figured I would just grab these very quickly before I put them down again. But what was it? Last week I did had a little gifting campaign with the people over at Foot Locker and New Balance UK. So they sent over these pair of 530s. They've been pretty good, and I've been wearing them pretty much like every other day. And there's another pair of New Balances in here that I'm going to pull out. Bear with me. And then there are also these. I can't remember which ones these exactly were, but I am overdue for like a good hike, and I think these will be perfect. So hopefully I get a chance to go do that when the weather looks a little bit better. Let me put these down. But yeah, back to what I was saying. I'm going to save the black pair for a hike and go see some British Alps, or like British stuff like that, and see what that's like. I've never been hiking in the UK, so I'd love to just go check out like what the views would be like and all sorts of stuff. Like, I don't enjoy the hike itself. Like, I'm not an outdoorsy. Let me preface this by saying, like, I'm not an outdoorsy kind of person. Like, don't get me wrong, I play sports, I love like working out, like, I'll do all that stuff, but when it comes to like going on a hike, look, I'm a city guy. So I've never been really into just going on into hikes and going into the woods and all sorts of stuff. But I enjoy it when I need a break from the city. So whenever you get a chance, like, you just need a break from like all the stimulation all the time, a hike it does wonders. So I'm gonna take that black pair, or I'm gonna save that black pair for like a nice hike. And yeah. So big love to the Foot Locker UK team, and yeah, all that. Created a little video for them on the Instagram feed and just just did some stuff. So that was good. So that's what I've been up to. Shot a campaign for Lee Jeans, so that's gonna be going up on the Instagram account. And so that was all right. And so those are a few updates when it comes to that. When it comes to life, we get the keys for our studio coming up this week. So on Wednesday, we're going to go pick up the keys and just bring a measuring tape, map out everything, see what kind of like props we want to put in, equipment, and all sorts of stuff. Me and my part, I've been working on the website, designing like the layout and the type of walls that we want and like what people want to use. So the beige aesthetic is pretty popular here, and the retro aesthetic is pretty popular in London. And then we're gonna just have like a backdrop set up and a whole bunch of props and all that stuff. So I've just been curating all of that, mapping out the pricing and all those details. We'll do that in another video, but that's another thing that I've been up to. So I've just been really busy, but have to keep up with the content creation because this is like a huge part of like my life and my income. So like you can't just stop doing the things that are already working and for something else that has a lot of unknowns. But I just want to plant some roots here in London, so that's the plan. And so there's some updates with that. I've just been pretty much like just in the groove of just working, really. Like, and right now, as I've said in the first video, after all that whole traveling and all sorts of stuff, like it's back in grind mode. And now I just feel like it's the perfect time, especially while the weather is still not that good. You might as well just double down and get into the things that you need to do. So there's a lot of that. And then what else? Today, well, not today, yesterday, we went on a photo shoot to go just create content, stack the library a little bit, experiment with different videos and different things that I could come up with. So I'll take you on a little behind the scenes and cut to some B-roll of what we did in a little bit. But basically, like how I plan out like my fashion shoots and everything when I'm going to shoot outdoors. If it's a weekend, honestly, we just pick a trending location. Like, there's no point in going into complete like specifics of like, oh, I want this wall, I want this part, I want this, I want that. I usually just pick a general location and then work around what's in the area already and play by ear. So that way I'm open to different possibilities and different aesthetics and different walls and backdrops and all sorts of stuff. I don't go by a rule of like my aesthetic has to be like dark themed, beige themed, green themed, like whatever on the Instagram account. I just go to a general area and just shoot in that area. But it always helps to pick the location first. Like, just don't go and wander around. That's not really ideal. You're going to waste a lot of time doing that. Pick the location or the general location of where you want to shoot and then go from there. So my girlfriend and I, we decided to go to the Barbican Centre. And it's my first time going there. It has like a lot of brutalist architecture. It's got like some Berlin, Germany vibes. People wearing all black, that sort of thing. I didn't wear all black. I went with wearing just brown tones and some baggy workwear jeans and some Clarks. Jamaicans love Clarks, so I've just always been a big fan of them, and they're just so unique and still comfortable at the same time. But what was I going to say? Yeah, we went to the Barbican Centre. We shot there. Did like a little movie. Had specific scenes and different parts that I wanted to portray in it, and we just turned it into a fun like weekend activity as well. See, that's the thing. When you're shooting during the weekend, when you just pick the general location, it's much easier, and you can have some wiggle room and get some coffee, slow down, do some stuff, kill two birds with one stone. You create content, and you get your day out the way. Like, it works every single time. And yeah, but during the week, yeah, if we were shooting during the week, you pick the location, you have your shot list ready, you have your scene list ready if you're doing video, and just go from there. Like, there's no time to waste during the week. So if this was during the week, that would be a different story. But on the weekends, go a general location, and then go from there and what you want to create, and have fun with it while you're there, basically. So that's what I've been up to. And then today I'm home. So I'm going to watch the Spurs match, and we have been we've exceeded expectations this season. I don't want to go out and say like we're title contenders right now, or we are in the top 4 race. Like, top 4 would be great. I think with the expectations set earlier in the season of going on like that 9-10 game winning streak, and then that defeat to Chelsea, which was, not ideal. I don't think we should have lost that game either. Just the red cards piled up. We lost our heads, that sort of thing. But we outplayed them. And so I don't have, like, my expectations from that 9-10 game winning streak were set pretty high, because we still are, but we were playing attractive football. We're playing great. The team is very well gelled. Like, Spurs look like a completely different Spurs than they were last season. So the whole atmosphere, the whole vibe, the whole feeling around the club has like completely changed. But we play Aston Villa today, and this is a big match because, for people who don't watch football or who are clued in but don't watch it regularly, we're basically in a top 4 battle with Aston Villa. And we like I said, I don't want to say that we are in a top four like challenge, but since we set those high expectations earlier in the season, now like we should get top four. And we played Villa earlier in the first part of the season, and they did end up winning, but we smoked them in the first half, and we should have won the match. And we outplayed them. Our tactics are better. They just came away with the win, and that was like unfortunate. So that's why today, hopefully, we put them away, and if we win today, that will basically seal our chances of getting in the top four. If we don't win today, we could kiss top four goodbye, and we just have to enjoy Europa League and just keep building from there. So technically, we should not have big expectations because we lost our best player earlier in the season, aka Harry Kane. But we've been playing really good without him. We have a new manager. The new manager has just like Big Ange. What I love about him is that he's just been through so much in life that he really does not give a shit. And that is exactly what we need. Like, I mean, he cares about the club and, winning and all that sort of stuff. But when it comes to the outside noise and playing the way that we want to play, he sticks to his philosophy. And it's just amazing to see. A lot of people fall into like peer pressure, or a lot of like parallels between the Premier League and real life, where like Premier League managers will fall into peer pressure because they're not winning games or they're not doing X, Y, and Z. I get it, your job is on the line, but if you know something is right and you want to build something for the future and something to build for like the long term, then you have to have like your own philosophy. Otherwise, you'll be just like everybody else. The last thing I want to do in this life is to be like everybody else. Like, and no disrespect, but like that's how it is for like most entrepreneurs, right? Or most people who come up with these creative ideas and just be themselves and all sorts of stuff. So, yeah, and Big Ange, that's just how he is. He just does not let anything faze him. He doesn't fall into the peer pressure or being like another type of manager or any of that stuff. And this is how it should be in life. Like, so there's some parallels there. Anyways, before I continue to ramble, that's basically a few life updates of what I've been up to. Trying to make this YouTube thing a lot more consistent. So subscribe, definitely. And let me know whatever you guys want to hear about in the comments. Any way I can provide more value. I mean, all sorts of stuff. And yeah, gonna show you what I'm doing on a Sunday. Basically, I'm just gonna be at the house ordering food on Amazon, cleaning up the place, doing a full Sunday reset while the game is on, and editing video and all that stuff. So I will talk to you all soon. Well, I'll go on YouTube. So today we're gonna shoot at the Barbican Centre in London. So we're actually at a part that we snuck into. We're not supposed to be. This is like the residential part. So we're just chilling on this side before we begin shooting. But we're not gonna shoot in this part because it's actually quite boring on the residential side. However, the architecture, I don't think I'm a fan of it, but everybody loves it for some reason, and I could see the appeal. So I'm gonna flip my camera, and then you're gonna see like how this place looks.
The director of this reel, and I'm literally a creative genius. So come on, let's get back to work.
we're back home. That concludes the day. Thank you for following along. And let me know in the comments if you like my vlog style videos where I'm out exploring, or if you prefer when I just talk on camera and just kind of ramble with it. Let me know in the comments. Thanks for following along, and see y'all again soon.